All right. The first thing we need to do when working these problems is to circle and underline the important parts. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that first. Okay, the chart below shows the colors of pencils Jacob has. Colors of pencils. Okay, colors. And I guess this is the number of your pencils here. Okay, we have 5 yellow, 2 green, 4 blue. And actually right now I'd like to take an opportunity to draw the pencils a little bit. Okay. We have 5 yellow pencils. So let's go ahead and draw 5 yellow pencils. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's go ahead and draw 2 green pencils. 1, 2, and then 4 blue pencils. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we got 5 yellow, 2 green, 4 blue. And in a minute you'll see why I drew them. Here it says if Jacob wrote the fraction, so we're going to need a fraction. Wrong shape. Sorry about that. We're going to need the fraction that represents the number of yellow pencils. And then, of course, you underline the question, and the question says what would be the denominator of his fraction. Okay? So what would be the denominator of his fraction? All right. So let's set up our fractions and how they're going to work. Okay? Our fractions are 2 parts. We have the top part, we have the bottom part, and that's probably the best place for us to start, is figuring out, okay, what goes on the top of the fraction and what goes on the bottom of the fraction. Can anybody help me out with what's going to go on the top part of the fraction? Chris? What's going to go on the top part of the fraction?
5.
The top part's going to always be the part. And we also call that the numerator. What's going to go on the bottom part of the fraction? Ryan.
Whole and denominator.
Right. The bottom part's the whole or the denominator. Okay, so try to remember. Top part's the part, bottom part's the whole, or the denominator. Okay? All right. So let's start with the whole or the denominator. This is all of them. Okay, it's going to be all of whatever you have. So I'll put all of whatever you have. Okay, it's all of whatever you have. So what do we have here? Adrian?
We have 11.
What?
11 color pencils.
So we have colored pencils, and all of them are all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Exactly. So we have 11. Okay? So let's go ahead and show 11 that we have, which is that's going to be the denominator. Okay? So what part are we looking at? What part are we looking at, Chris?
The part we look at is the number of color pencils.
So it's going to be 11 11ths, right? No?
No.
Ms. Mayo,
It's going to be 5.
what does that, why is it going to be 5? He says 5. I think he might be right, but he's not telling me much more, is he? Ryan?
It is 5 because we're looking for the part of yellow color.
Oh, remember we're looking for yellow. And how many yellow are there? There's 5 yellow, aren't there? So the part of the whole is going to be the yellow. Right? Just the yellow. Now all of them are how many? 11, right? So then what would be the denominator of his fraction that he has for the yellow? Sarah? No, we have 5 11s, but what would be the denominator of the fraction of yellow colored pencils? Anna?
11.
11, that is correct. And that is the answer to our question. Read the question. What would be the denominator of his fraction? What fraction? The fraction that represents the number of yellow pencils. Maybe it would be easier if you looked at it this way. How many yellow are there? There's 5 11s. Can anybody tell me what the fraction of green would be? What would be the fraction of green? Tristan?
2.
2 11s. What about the fraction of blue? Z?
4 11.
4 11s. So which one do we need? Ismael? We need 5 11s. Why?
Just finding the yellow color.
Very good job. And that concludes our lesson.